Welcome back to the SportsBiz Unwrapped podcast. This is the 4th episode, the podcast where we discuss the business of sports. So thank you so much for the subscriptions. Let's get to 200. We're already on 117. Thank you for the feedback. Remember, we're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all other platforms. Thank you so much. Our goal is to become the best business podcast in Kenya and Africa. So today is a very exciting episode. We'll be talking about the digitization and fan engagement in sports business. We're joined by our returning guest, Mr. Richard Ekhalie. We thank you again for joining us. This is the topic we'll be talking about today. So my first question would be, what's the relevance of digitization and fan engagement in sports business?
Thank you very much for welcoming me again for this episode. I'm delighted to actually talk about this topic because this is the era we are in, digitalization and fan engagement. Being in the digital era, it's very important to find out how that connects to sports business. So for starters, digitalization allows sports organizations to turn attention into transactions and engagement into loyalty. That is very key. The other key component is to blend content, commerce, and community. And meeting fans where they are online, then giving them exclusive, interactive, and monetizable experiences. So you connect all those components, then you find how the two connect into each other, and that's how you create a business environment for sports as a business.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's really important. Social media has become so big. We're in the digital era. It's all aspects of sports and sports business are all tied to social media. That's why you see when sports events are happening, everybody's on their phone to see the results or discussions, things like that. So it's really important. I'm excited to hop into this topic.
Yeah, it's likely to overtake sponsorships, corporate sponsorships in the next few years because as the world drafts further into digital space, this is the area to watch in terms of revenue streams.
That's amazing. I'd like you to give us a breakdown of how to monetize digitalization and fan engagement in sports marketing.
Actually, I talk about OTT, over-the-top streaming platforms. And this is where teams and leagues create their own apps or partner with services that do streaming matches, highlights, and behind-the-scenes content, which are actually flighted to their loyal fans. We have seen good examples binding all over the world. Like in the NBA world, you find we have the NBA League Pass. It's called the NBA League Pass, which does the app that actually gets to the loyal fans of the NBA. In soccer, the EPL, we have the Manu TV, where fans of Manu get exclusive content for that purpose. So it's actually one of the biggest revenue earners for digitalized environment in sports. Yeah, I'll also talk about exclusive content subscription. This is where premium fan clubs or digital memberships offering unique videos, player interactions, early merchandise access, etc. to their fans. We have seen that with the EPL, Barca TV doing very well in that perspective. So those are just a few of the ways we monetize the sports in terms of digitalization and the fan engagement.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we usually see many teams have their own platforms, Chelsea TV, Liverpool TV, even leagues, NBA League Pass, the MLS have theirs. They have partnered with Apple TV. And these streaming platforms, they they partner with leagues and teams. You can get to stream the games and see live content. Personally, I have used some of them, like the NBA League Pass. It's just awesome. You get to see exclusive stuff, even stuff that's not on YouTube, because YouTube is free. So yeah, it's something I can say I've used them. It's really beneficial if you're an avid sports fan.
Yeah, and also don't forget pay-per-view, PPV, whereby fans pay small fees for specific matches, interviews, or virtual meet and greet sessions. So that is also very important, pay-per-view platforms. And that is also emerging as one of the major mainstream earners for entities in sports.
Yeah. Amazing pay-per-view. When I usually hear pay-per-view, the first thing that comes to my mind is boxing. These big boxing games, many of them are pay-per-view. I know boxing is usually streamed on a streaming service like UFC Plus or ESPN Plus. But then these big boxing matches, you're gonna see pay-per-view to watch the game. You'll have to pay something like $20 or something. Yeah. So pay-per-view is really big and important in this whole landscape of digitalization. Yeah. So another important one would be, how does sponsorships and advertising relate or play a role in the digitalization and fan engagement?
Sponsorships and advertising is very key in this perspective of digitalization and the fan engagement in sports business. Branded digital content is one key area we'd like to mention, where sponsored match previews, highlights, reels, and fan polls are done to connect fans to their teams they love. We also have virtual ads, advertisements, augmented reality billboards, and digital overlays during live streams tailored to each market also play another key, very important role. We also have influencer and athletic endorsements using major key athletes' personal platforms to deliver sponsored campaigns. So those are just some of the avenues that you can connect sponsorships and advertising to digitalization and fan engagement in sports.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's become really important. Sponsorships have become really important in many aspects of sports, events. You just get to see there's a sponsor there. It's branded, you know. If in the NBA, I'd give an example for the All-Star weekend. Something like the celebrity game, you'd see it's called the Raffle Celebrity Game. So there are these different companies that always tag along to these sporting events, and it's really important. Even influencers and athletes, the way they get major endorsements. You could see it started with back in the day when Michael Jordan got the endorsement with Nike to have his own shoe brand, which is the Jordan. It happens in football right now. Messi with the Adidas. It's something really important to look at and very fascinating. So how does e-commerce and merchandising relate to the whole digitalization and fan engagement in sports?
Yeah, so e-commerce and merchandising plays a key role in fan engagement and digitalization in sports management. Because of online stores and drops, we have limited editions of merchandise drops, personalized jerseys, and collectibles sold directly online. So by that, clubs or entities are able to get money from their fans through the sale of this merchandise. We also have fan-to-fan marketplaces where digital platforms for reselling merchandise or collectibles with the revenue share plays out. Money also changes hands there very much. We also have dynamic pricing whereby we have AI-powered ticketing that adjusts prices based on demand. So this is how technology is playing a key part, because with AI, it's very easy for it to determine the demand and the uptake of merchandise and keeps on adjusting the rates. That gives the clubs or entities a lot of revenue.
That's awesome. I usually see these online stores abroad, even in Kenya, like teams have their own store where you just buy T-shirts. Some of them come in good deals. It's a really good way for fans to connect to their teams. And then also on the ticketing, I've actually just gotten to learn about the whole AI aspect affecting the ticket prices and stuff like that. Yeah.
That is very true. And you remember in Kenya, during the Chan festivals, we saw when Harambee Stars, our own national soccer team, was playing, the idea of fans donning the jersey for Harambee Stars played out very well, and the country made a lot of revenue from the sale of those jerseys, because it's the pride of fans to don the national colors.
It was really amazing to see, because I personally attended. It was just, the atmosphere was amazing, having the Kenyan jersey. And then another area I'd like to ask you about, like, what was your take on the whole ticketing issue for this? The ticketing company MOOKH had a lot of technical issues. Actually accessing the tickets for the matches was really tough. It was tough. They were selling out quick. The website was overloading, and like, what's your opinion on that whole situation? It was really frustrating for us fans.
I think it's a learning process in Kenya. We are still young in this digital space. It's a learning process, and probably Kenyans also have peculiar characters, whereby you find that people want to do everything at the same time. So it's a learning process for content creators and also for digital platform creators to be able to come up with bigger platforms that can accommodate many transactions at a go. Because what used to happen during that time is when the portal was opened, you'll find that 200,000 requests for the tickets are being made at the same time. So, and also we had some allegations of people hoarding tickets, buying them in bulk to resell them at a good fee. It's still allegations, but in case it's proven, then also the creators of the platform have to find ways to mitigate that issue.
That's amazing. I was also happy to see, as you know, there's the upcoming World Cup qualifiers, which Kenya will be playing in Kasarani, 2 games. I was very happy to see that ticketing company won't be part of it. We got another one, so I hope those issues won't be there, because it was crazy.
Yeah, we hope for the same. But as I said, it's a learning process. Yeah, by the time we'll be hosting AFCON, everything will be well run.
Yeah, for sure. How does digital collectibles and Web3 also connect to the whole idea of digitalization and fan engagement in sports business?
Okay. Digital collectibles and the Web3 play a major role in the emerging world of sports management and marketing, because we have NFTs, the non-fungible tokens, and digital memorabilia, limited edition video clips, digital trading cards, or virtual jerseys that actually are put on the market. And these generate a lot of revenues for clubs or entities. A good example is like the NBA, where you have Top Shot as one of strong example of such a NFT that has earned a lot of revenue to the NBA. Another area would be fan tokens, giving fans voting rights on minor club decisions like kit design, the anthem choices for the fans, while generating revenue. So these are just a few examples of digital collectibles and Web3 coming to play in the recent sports marketing and business.
Web3 has been so big. For those who don't know, Web3 is the whole things like cryptocurrency. They are all related to Web3, NFTs, non-fungible tokens. Yeah, there have been so many of them. That NBA Top Shot for jerseys, buying a virtual jersey. It's really big, controversial for sure, but yeah, a lot of revenue has been able to be gained with that. And also the whole idea of giving fans digital tokens to vote decisions in the club is really encouraging and exciting for fans. I'm really hyped up to see where all this is gone ahead, because Web3 is still young and the sky is the limit, basically.
Yeah, it makes fans feel part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because when you give fans a chance to give suggestions on the kits for the next season, then it's very easy for fans to come in bulk to buy those jerseys.
Yeah.
Because they actually participated in giving design options.
Yeah.
So it's the future. You're looking at the future of the sports business.
Yeah. How does gamification and fantasy sports also relate to or help with the digitalization and fan engagement in sports business?
Okay, so gamification and fantasy sports key also in the emerging world of sports business.
Yeah.
Fantasy leagues and esports tie-ins, where sponsored fantasy competitions and exports tournaments bring in advertising revenue and sponsorships. This play a very key role, because you realize that with competition in all aspects of sports, any different way of making money comes into play very big. So being innovative in this area is very crucial for the survival of many sports entities. We also have in-app games where predict the score or give trivia via rewards sponsored by brands. It's also coming in to generate a lot of revenue for sports entities.
For sure. Fantasy leagues are really popular, especially by the Gen Zers and the young people around the world. For Premier League, there's a very popular fantasy app. It's called the Premier League Fantasy League, or FPL as people know it. Basically, you just enter a league, and then people you can choose your team. You're basically your own manager. Yeah. It's you can clearly see it's even written sponsored by Microsoft Copilot. So that's already a sponsor of that whole league. And even esports are really important. Here in Kenya, there's been the esports tournaments won by the Kenya Esports Federation. They usually host yearly for this PlayStation game, FIFA, or EA Sports FC. So it's basically EA Sports FC partnering with Uber Eats for the French league. So that's already a sponsor for that specific esports, and a lot of money generated for registration fees, which also in turn pays the winners. So it's awesome. Yeah. Another key area, data monetization. How does it tie into the whole sports digitalization and fan engagement?
So data monetization is also playing out as a key area in this sports management and business.
Yeah.
Targeted advertising, whereby using fan data, and I insist responsibly with the consent of the fans, to give sponsors precise audience targeting. This is very important because it has to be responsibly. And also we are talking about customer relationship management, CRM, driven campaigns where personalized offers like tickets, merchandise, travel packages based on fan behavior are offered out there to the fans. So these are key areas that we monetize sports in the emerging markets.
Yeah. Data is really important. It's everything. Yeah. Basically, companies like Google, Meta, Facebook, they are able to, know how fans use the internet, And that way sponsors are able to target the ads. Yeah, for sure, you said with consent. And what many people don't know is that when they're using those apps or when they sign up, there's usually terms and conditions. Most people, maybe even, I've seen even 95% of people never read them.
The small prints.
Yeah. Actually, when you do that, you've consented to your data being used for such things. So the data is used. That's how the company is able to sell it to sponsors, and that's how you're able to see ads relevant to the things that you like. So from a tech standpoint, it's a big area to invest in and to think about, because that's how you're able to tap into untapped audiences, which in the long run will basically boost your company and earn a lot of revenue.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and lastly, how do fan engagement platforms also relate to digitalization and fan engagement in sports business?
Yeah, so fan engagement platforms play a key role in the monetization of sports as we look at it, because interactive matchday apps, real-time stats, polls, and AR experiences for fun in stadiums and at home play a key role in this area. We'll also talk about virtual reality VR and augmented reality AR, paid VR seats, or AR enhanced viewing experiences, which also add on monetization of this key sector. Then also we'll talk about community building, where digital fan zones, forums, and loyalty programs that increase live fun for fan value for the sports.
Yeah, that's awesome. For AR, augmented reality and virtual reality, for those who don't know, it's those systems that you have a headset, you wear it, they look like big goggles, and then you connect to a TV or a screen. So I remember this was really prominent during the COVID season, 2020-2021. They did it in the NBA, whereby you would get a virtual seat, since there are no fans allowed. So you put the headset on, you pay for a ticket, and then the seat where you are is like you're courtside. So it really hit. It basically brings a fan so close to the game, really interactive, and people are really invested into the sport. It's really awesome to see how tech is really helping fans get more engaged with their teams, and I can't wait for more stuff to come.
Yeah, and that is actually the future, because that's why I said the topic was very relevant.
Yeah.
Digitalization and fan engagement, it's very key. That's where the future is. Teams will be, and entities will be making money from their fans all over the world. You don't necessarily need to attend the match live, but you can play part in enhancing the kitty of the team by using all these emerging ways of supporting the sporting entities.
Yeah, that was an exciting discussion. I got to learn a lot. I'm sure the listeners and the viewers have learned a lot. There's so much about the digitalization. It's so awesome. We're always on social media. We're always involved with our teams. And for people who are looking to invest in sports, really tap into it. You have to be really tech savvy. Yeah, Mr. Richard, we thank you again for joining us. I've gotten to learn so much. Thank you so much if you reached this far. Continue liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Also follow us on Instagram, X, Facebook, and all the other social media. We'll keep producing quality content. Stay with us. SportsBiz Unwrapped. Thank you.